All right, good morning. יום חמישי, Thursday morning. אנחנו ביום התשיעי, we're in the 9th day of this program של התוכנית הזאת. יום שמיני, the 8th day של שיעור של רמת ביניים of the intermediate level. Let's start with today's day. Let's do it really quick. Again, I wanted to make the class short. So היום אנחנו ביום חמישי, יום חמישי, 12 בנובמבר 2020, as you can see, 12 בנובמבר 2020, November 12 ל-12, some might say, ו-if you see some formal letters, for example, אם אתם רואים מכתבים רשמיים, or some other more formal places in general that they have the date in, אז אתם תראו 12 בנובמבר, which is the formal way to say it, but if you're like a regular person, you're not gonna be saying it this way, most likely. Wait a second. So let's just, good morning, Christine. So I had to mute you. Good morning. אנחנו נתחיל עכשיו אחרי התאריך, after the date, we'll go to the text of today. This is a nice puppy. We have יום הכלב הבינלאומי, the International Dog Day. Wait, and I noticed that I didn't put the English here. The International Dog Day, August 26th. It was a couple of months ago. And but it's a matter, it's a topic that most of you can relate to. You have a dog, or someone in your family or your friends have a dog. You might like dogs. Most people like anywhere between like them and just okay with them. So the topics should be around these matters, and I hope I'm getting it right so far with the vegan and the kids. And I don't know if we did the kids. I don't remember the first one we did. Or the running or the walking day. So most of the things have to be have a vast common denominator with all of you. So let's start. הכלב מוגדר על ידי רבים כחבר הטוב ביותר של האדם. It should be כחבר הטוב ביותר של האדם, as the person's best friend. Let's say it again in English. The dog is defined by many as man's best friend. הכלב הוא אכן חיה מאוד נאמנת, or נאמנה, I think would be better. נאמנת, נאמנה, you know what, let's change it. I just see that נאמנה is better. הוא אכן חיה מאוד נאמנה is the dog is indeed a very loyal animal. Re'ya, which is herding, not like re'ya, if you know the word re'ya with aleph, which is looking or seeing, right, or the eyesight, re'ya. Re'ya with ayin is herding or grazing. So re'ya, tzayid, ushmira, herding, hunting, and guarding, הם רק חלק מהדברים בהם הכלב עוזר ומשמש את האדם. Are only part of the things in which the dog helps and is of use for the person. Okay, next. בצבא, כלבים משמשים במגוון תפקידים. In the military, dogs serve in a variety of positions, כמו גילוי חומר נפץ, like explosive detection, חילוץ והצלה, search and rescue, תקיפה, which is assault, ועוד, and more. Let's try to say the last paragraph here that we have. Well, it's the pre-last. In a way that I'll say first the English. Okay, let me know afterwards what works better. I'll first say the English paragraph, and then I'll say the paragraph first in English and then in Hebrew. See what works better. The most popular dog breeds are German Shepherd, Labrador, Bulldog, and there are many more breeds. Each breed has its advantages and disadvantages in different areas. Now let's read it in Hebrew. סוגי הכלבים הפופולריים ביותר הם רועה גרמני, לברדור, בולדוג, וישנם עוד הרבה סוגים. לכל גזע יש את היתרונות והחסרונות שלו בתחומים שונים. אוקיי? והכלבים, that's what pushed it down. Yeah. Good. Last paragraph, again in English, and then I'll see it in Hebrew. Perhaps I'll say it in English, then in Hebrew, and after every Hebrew bit, I'll translate it in English. I want to see what's the best, what works best for you to actually absorb these words and sentences. So the professionals who usually deal with dogs are veterinarians, trainers, and pet shop owners. אנשי המקצוע שבדרך כלל, this is an acronym here, notice, אנשי המקצוע שבדרך כלל מתעסקים עם כלבים, the professionals who usually deal with dogs, הם are וטרינר, veterinarian, מאלף, the dog trainer, ובעלי חנויות חיות, and pet shop owners. Okay, notice that I hear, yeah, just translating veterinarians because in English you say it in plural. Okay, anyway, it was 83 words in total. 83 words in total. Christine, since you're already here, I want to hear your take. Let's ask you, what's your take regarding the amount of words of this text? And also, what do you think works best in terms of combining English and Hebrew?
It's a lot, but I use like the articles as practice writing, even though I don't know what it always means.
Can you elaborate a bit more?
Like what?
What do you mean you use the class for audio practice when you do it?
Like I use the articles, like the written articles as practice, like reading Hebrew and writing it,
Okay.
but not translating into English. Like I read and write it without knowing what it means.
Okay. Okay. Do you find it useful?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I need more time to practice though.
Okay. Yeah. Like most of you, you need more time to practice. You would like to have more time to practice. I hear it a lot. Okay. Regarding the 7 minutes that I spoke about yesterday, have you put it into practice?
I've done like 5.
Okay. Okay.
I was gonna do some more on the weekend though.
Okay. Start, by the way, I'll say it to you, I'll say it in general. Start with even 5, 3 minutes. Doesn't matter. Start with something that you can build on later, but that you know that you have this time frame, a day that you dedicate to Hebrew. Now, regarding the text that I say here, do you find it more useful when I first read it in Hebrew and then in English? When I read a couple of words in Hebrew and then translate them to English?
Like Hebrew first, but maybe a sentence at a time.
A sentence at a time, Hebrew first, and then English following.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what I was doing at the beginning. All right. So it's pretty much intuitive. Fine. Okay. So for practice work, I don't like the word homework. So for practice work, mark all the words you don't know. For those of you who have only the 7 minutes, let's give you the easiest task. For those of you who have only 7 minutes or 5 minutes, mark all the words you don't know and translate them. It shouldn't take longer than that. If you have only 83 words, you're intermediate, so you're supposed to know some of the words. So just mark them, and write the translation. If you have more time, find all the verbs in the sentence, and as for now, just write them and notice that they are verbs. If you have more time, do as Christine does, which is to copy the text. Even if you don't understand what you're saying, but it's good practice for your writing, copy the text and translate it as much as you can. Okay, and if you want even more, feel free to add more sections. First in English, then with your best Hebrew add about dogs. I don't know. You have a dog. Dogs are nice. Dogs are pretty, or anything of that nature. Okay, just to make the class short, Christine, you have any question before we finish?
No. Oh, good.
Okay, so we'll finish for today. Today's Thursday, so next time we're going to be seeing each other is Sunday. And notice that Monday is our last class. For now, I don't know how we're going to continue. Still, we'll see the options that we have. But for now, give the final push. We have today, Sunday, and Monday's class. Do practice. I don't want to use the word homework. Practice. Send it over to me so I can review it and correct it, so you don't feel like you're playing tennis by yourself, but someone is answering, someone is giving it back to you, and someone is correcting you. And that's it. So have a nice day. Shabbat shalom. See you Sunday. Bye-bye for now.